After I have written a linear equation, I can use that equation to answer questions about the situation. So I might be given x and use the equation to find y, or I might be given y and use the equation to find x. Let's go ahead and look at this first situation. Dana has written 5 paragraphs. She writes 2 new paragraphs each hour. So linear equation, y equals start value of b, my start value is 5, plus mx, plus my rate of change. So my rate of change is 2 paragraphs an hour, x. And of course, it's totally fine to write y equals 2x plus 5. Now for all of these examples, I have defined the variables for you, but you should take a moment to make sure you would have been able to define them yourself. So y is paragraphs, that's the situation we're describing. And then number of paragraphs depends on hours. So x is number of hours. So the first type of question we might be asked is, how many paragraphs will Dana have written after 6 hours? How many paragraphs will Dana have written after 6 hours? So the information we're given is 6 hours. I need to figure out, am I given x or am I given y? And I do that by looking at what my variables stand for, my definition of my variables. So am I given x, time hours, or am I given y, number of paragraphs? I'm looking at my unit of what I'm given. I'm given hours, and that means the information I'm being given is x. X equals 6. Okay, so when I'm given x, that means I need to plug the value of x into the equation and evaluate to find y. So y equals 5 plus 2 times my x value is 6. Let's go ahead and evaluate that. 5 plus 2 times 6, order of operations, is 5 plus 12. And then 5 plus 12 is just 17. Now this teacher is okay with you writing your answer as just answer with units. So 17 paragraphs. I think the reason I'm okay with that is because of my handwriting situation, so I'm okay with just answer with units. Units really important. But most teachers will not be okay with that, so you should just get into the habit of writing after 6 hours. Dana will have, look at my handwriting, that's why I'm okay with 17 paragraphs. Will have written 17 paragraphs. So for me, I need a number and a unit. Almost every other teacher wants a sentence here. Okay, second type of question I could be asked. When will Dana have 27 paragraphs written? So here the information I'm given is 27 paragraphs. And so I look at my unit and think, am I given x hours or y number of paragraphs? Hopefully you see that what you're given is y. Y is 27. When you're given y, you plug the value of y into the equation and then solve the equation to find x. Let's do that. So I'm plugging 27 in for y into my equation. Y is 27, and then I need to solve for x. What value of x gives me a y of 27? This two-step equation needs to be solved using inverse operations, just like every other two-step equation in algebra. So subtracting 5 from both sides, I have 22 equals 2x. And then my last inverse operation will be to divide both sides by 2. This is my answer, x equals 11. Again, this teacher is not okay with 11, but this teacher is okay with 11 hours. So number and unit. However, almost every other teacher is going to want this. After 11 hours, Dana will have written 27 paragraphs. So get into the sentence habit, it's good. But I'm okay with 11 hours.